Hi, my name is Rochel. I'm from Muncie, New York, and my painting is called Particles. I've always had this really big fascination with space. I think it's amazing that God has not only created this amazing nature that's around us, but He's even created these amazing magical things beyond what we're capable of even seeing ourselves. We need to look into picture books to see it. And from the beginning of time, all of these particles of the universe have been flying around, creating new things. Stars are being born every day. But there were particles floating around that were meant to create only you. And you are here in the world with your purpose. And when I look up at the sky, I've always felt that each person has their own star, and that you practically have your own constellation, your own part of the entire universe.
Hi, my name is Sarah Teller and I'm from Crown Heights. My first painting is called Default Settings, and I got the inspiration from a Hasidic concept which talks about how God recreates the world every single second. And sometimes I think that we forget that we have the capability to recreate our world every single second. Sometimes we get so tied up in our default settings that we don't realize that we actually can get out of them, and we could recreate our attitude in a way that could actually be really productive for the situation and not counterproductive. You know, it's just how we're created in the image of God, and God is giving us the capability and the free choice to make that recreation in our world. And I think that that's a really powerful message, and that we have the power that we have is infinite.
Hi, I'm Rivka Joseph, and I am from Melbourne, Australia. There are a couple of concepts behind this project. The first, that we're all inherently connected to God, and that His link to us comes through the spiritual realms. And all of this in order for Him to have a relationship with us within His world that He too is inherently connected to. So the second is that the potential for creating within us reflects His constant creation of us. And the decision to create this project in a stop-motion animation really helps bring out the meaning and intentions behind the actual painting.
Hi, my name is Esther Adler and I'm from Florida. I really made this painting for the play, but I do really find a lot of inspiration in nature. And when I see something beautiful in the world, that's when I really say, oh, I see God. And especially like with the whole cloud, like covering the sun and the sun rays shining out, just every time I see that, I just have to stop and stare and be like, wow, there's God in this world, and He's creating this for us to see right now.
Hi, my name is Liba Farkash and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. My first painting is Walking Through Fire. It shows a girl walking through fire, which is, the fire represents her struggles and the difficulties in life. And she's walking through it, proud, confident, knows that she can make it.
Hi, my name is Hannah Kona and I'm from Sydney, Australia. So my first drawing is called Egypt, and basically it's exploring the feeling before you realize that you have to change or move on in your life. You know, you feel trapped and you realize that something has to give. And so I explore that using a girl trapped in a house that's grown too small for her, and she realizes that she needs to move on to bigger and greater things.
So I also made this painting for the play, but I just really feel like it's a really great praise to God to paint the beautiful things in this world, because it's just showing, here God, you made something amazing, like so amazing that I feel like I want to paint it.
My second painting is called Quality Time, and it's actually the first Rebbe picture I've ever painted or made. And why I did this was because I never really felt a connection with the Rebbe. There was always this inspiration from his teachings, but because I never saw him and all those things like that, I never really felt this real connection that people talk about. And I started painting this painting, and all of a sudden I felt like the Rebbe was there with me, and he was kind of like, it was a bit of like a yichidus with him. Like it was this quality time. It was this one-on-one time where he was listening to me, you know, maybe through my thoughts or whatever, but he was just there, and somehow he was just like helping me through it just by being there for me. And it just felt so amazing. It felt like there was this actual real connection going on. And I think I found how I would connect to the Rebbe now, and it's really just through my art. And I'm amazed by that.
My name is Bastia Feldman, and I'm from Boston. My painting is called Perspective. On one side there's a girl that's surrounded by light, and people are holding hands around her. And on the other side, she's in the dark and she's alone. These are representing two different ways of looking at the world. She can live in the same reality but be seeing it completely differently. So when we learn Hasidus and we learn about how we're all one and how we're all part of God and we're all connected, then it's much easier to live in a happy way and live in a loving way and understand that the things that are happening to you are not random, and they're meant to be there because they're connected to you, and they're connected to your life, and they're connected to your mission. And when you understand that you are connected to everyone else, then it becomes easier to love and to give and to not get hurt as easily by things, because you understand that they're there to help you, and they're there to push you to grow. So when we see the world from God's perspective in a godly way, then that can improve our lives a lot.
Hi, my name is Esther Akaus from Brooklyn, New York. My painting portrays a woman emerging from struggle. The binds around her are no longer holding her down, but instead they represent the knowledge that she has gained from her journey. Just like the bird, when it was first created, saw its wings as a burden, when it came to accept it and learned how to use it, it literally made him fly, and it became the tool to get to greater heights. So too, when we have struggles and we learn to accept them and find the meaning behind them, they become beautiful things that take us to higher planes in our life.
My second painting is a colorful eye, which represents the diversity of how people look at the world. And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and everybody looks at things differently, and the world is a colorful place, and it's great.
My second painting is called Garments, and it's exploring the Hasidic idea of levushim, which basically refers to thought, speech, and action of every person. And it's basically a question of what makes up a person. Is it the way they present themselves, and is it what they think, and what they say, and what they do? Or is it something deeper than that? Is it their soul? So that's what I explored in my painting.
Hi, my name is Rosie Krinsky. I'm from Crown Heights. My painting is called Paradoxical Synthesis, and what it is basically a bunch of paradoxes that I found in the world. And after coming to Tzohar and learning Hasidus, I found that they're not really just paradoxes, but there's a synthesis to them, in that each opposite side makes it all the more stronger and all the more greater, and they need each other to balance each other out, and everything in reality is really connected, and everything's here for a reason.
Originally, when I sketched the idea for this painting, I named it A Tree Cannot Grow in a Box. But as I learned more Hasidus here, and I really just learned that the box is what lets us flourish and grow. The box being the Torah, which lets us connect with the unlimited, which is God, to let us grow out from it and really bloom and flourish.